Joining us now is Michael Zammuto, co-founder and CEO of Completed.com, a peer rating and review platform. Michael, in April, you secured a $250,000 seed funding round. So you're out of beta now, you're launching. It seems like it's a place where peers review each other in different kinds of industries. Tell us more.
The vision for Completed.com is to give a place where you can go and give recognition to people who have earned it and constructive feedback to everyone who needs it, which is essentially all of us. We've really focused on getting the reviews right and focus on business reviews. So the site is for you to take anyone you know in business from any kind of job or any level and provide them the kind of feedback that'll help them to do better.
Okay, so we had recent earnings out from Yelp, and they missed because of an advertising situation there, and then the CEO of IAC on in just the block or two before this. When it comes to competing with those large publicly traded companies, how are you trying to differentiate yourself?
Well, the lesson we take from that is that reviews in general have a lot of value. So you see, for example, Yelp's really large growth, but the limitation of it is that there's really only so much monetization that can happen around reviewing small businesses, for example, services businesses. But when it comes to people's professional persona and things like hiring and things like that, that has a lot of value to people. You think about how important your business persona is to you and your business reputation is to you and to other people. That's something that people value a great deal.
We had Scott Belsky on our show. He's a board member of Cheddar, but he also just launched a new app called Prefer, which is trying to stop this commoditization, really, of humans, of people, of workers. And this seems to kind of go against his philosophy here, which is that reviews are not necessarily always the best way to be able to rate or to be able to, let users, customers know who they should be using. So tell us about your strategy here with having peer reviews.
Absolutely. I mean, a very important part of this story is that we think we're the first people to get review platforms right. So the problem with reviews, as you all know, is that either reviews become something that everybody is really nice on, like on LinkedIn, where it's very I'll trade you a nice review for a nice review, or they become like some other review sites where there's no quality control. And what we've done is we've built in place both technology and people-driven processes to ensure that people can claim their accounts, they build trust, and we use those techniques to validate who people are and keep the quality of it. We also have very high standards to make sure that it doesn't become, personal-driven reviews, and instead stays on people's professional performance.
So on Yelp, sometimes it can get a little bit personal, I feel.
Sure. I mean, we studied every review site out there and looked at the pros and cons of them before building the underlying technology layer that powers Completed.com.
Is it fueled by advertisements?
Well, we don't have any monetization right now. We're just focused on user experience, making it as easy as possible to build a profile, claim a profile, and then leave people reviews. And we're in the process now of gamifying that and really making it fun and easy to do so that we can encourage more of it. We'll focus on monetization later this year.
What would you say is wrong with Yelp right now?
Well, I think the big problem with Yelp is that they haven't sort of approached it from the same angle we have, which is, you've got to have real trust into sort of things. And I use Yelp and it's a valuable service, but we all know what a Yelp review looks like. It's a bunch of 1-star reviews and a bunch of 5-star reviews, right? And that's sort of confusing, for one business to do so well at that. What Completed tries to do differently is to, first of all, really put a lot of control or a lot of work into building the trust of the people who are actually leaving those reviews so that they stay higher quality. But then also we enforce a very strict guideline that the feedback has to be constructive. So the whole point is to not just say, I didn't like this restaurant. In the case of Completed, you have to say this business professional would benefit from this sort of development or doing these things differently.
Right. It sounds like what people do usually in a professional career setting as well, or parenting. So.
And you just talked about the gig economy.
Yep.
Those reviews don't travel with you, and this will stay with you.
Okay, Michael Zammuto, co-founder and CEO of Completed.com, just completed a first round of seed funding. Congratulations.
Thank you.